There's Dick LeBeau. He's the defensive coordinator for Pittsburgh. It's the NFL. Welcome back to the News Hub. I'm Simon Constable. The question we've got is, has the NFL lost its mojo? The official season starts next week, and we've got Kevin Clark to discuss that with us. He's on the set. You have a column here. It says, the NFL has officially run out of good ideas. Let me take you back to my home country, is that we have football. It's like a soccer, with the feet, which is a game which people watch, and it's like a religious experience, just like watching the NFL is here. And people don't say, oh, they've run out of ideas. People love watching it. Why do you say that the NFL, and do they need good ideas? People love this stuff.
Well, the difference is that football was just based on innovation, and how a guy got from point A to point B evolved over the last 80 years, and it was some of the the best things we've ever seen as far as inventing the blitz. Dick LeBeau had the last game-changing idea as far as defenses go. That was 20 years ago, and so without that innovation, football wouldn't be the spectator sport it is today. And so coaches are viewed much differently in football than they are in soccer or in baseball, where they're mostly just ego managers. They're visionaries. They have to be CEOs, and so the fact they've run out of good ideas is sort of an indictment on the entire culture.
So this is a very different game than, say, cricket or football.
Correct.
So what about the? I'm sorry, okay, the Wildcat Offense. I have no idea what that means, but apparently I'm told by people who know that matters.
Well, it was sort of a passing fad about 4 years ago, and it's sort of, kind of the sort of, indicative of the flash in the pan culture that football has now. A play is good for 6 weeks and then it's gone, or one season and it's gone. And it used to be, Dick LeBeau would come up with something that would last for 20 years. Bill Walsh, who invented a short passing game, his stuff lasts until today.
What about free agency? You don't like that much. I mean, people being traded in soccer is not a big deal. People get traded all the time.
Well, Jim Schwartz, the coach of the Detroit Lions, had a very good point about free agency. He said basically players are moving around all the time now, and when that happens, you don't have continuity and you can't execute a brilliant scheme or anything like that.
Well, I mean, if it's a team game and you're with the wrong team, don't you have the right to sort of buzz off? I mean, it's culture. I mean, teams are cultures, right? And if you don't fit in there, then you're never going to have it. And maybe you got to find somewhere you do fit.
Not necessarily. The draft is a pretty unfair thing, because if you would fit amazing in San Francisco's offense or defense, and all of a sudden you get drafted by San Diego, there's nothing you can do about it unless San Diego, out of the kindness of their hearts, lets you go.
Okay. Well, maybe the draft needs to go then.
I've long felt that way. That's the next comment.
Now, okay, so the NFL ratings are the highest in 25 years. Obviously, a lot of people out there watching this and think you're wrong.
Sorry, it wouldn't be the first time. We're basing what we're running off now, as far as the offense and defense, on stuff that happened 20 years ago. And so, obviously, if it's not broke, don't fix it, that sort of thing. But if the game looks the same as it does now in 10 or 15 years, I mean, maybe some boredom might creep in.
Oh, and we don't want that. It's a good point. Kevin Clark, you want to read this? Get your mojo back if you're the NFL. Thank you very much, Kevin. I'm Simon Constable, and that's it. That's the News Hub for now.